Hi, everyone. Today I want to talk about refusing to buy into the mindset of lack. I feel like this has become part of how I operate, but I also think that a lot of people are curious about what would that mean? How can I do that in my life? I wanted to talk about it for a few minutes today. I'll start by asking you, have you ever felt overwhelmed by the stuff in your life? Not just the physical things, but the commitments, the relationships, your thoughts. Definitely been there. And I want to share about some things that I've learned along my journey. I spoke recently about this journey of decluttering our spaces, our relationships, our thoughts, and explained that it's all connected. It's all part of learning to live from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. What I want to talk about are 7 different things that you could be doing in your life right now that indicate that you refuse to live in lack and scarcity mindset anymore. Number one would be practicing gratitude every single day, even for the small things. Some days, just being grateful for your cup of tea, for the sunshine, for waking up, for feeling good in your body. These are the things that are really, really simple for a great book to read, for a friend to reach out, for a text that you receive that makes you feel good. Like you're looking for the opportunity to celebrate life so that when those scarcity thoughts creep in, because they are going to do that, they happen for me, they happen for pretty much everybody, then now you have a practice that's going to challenge them. You're going to perhaps be asking yourself, is this feeling of scarcity really true? Or is this just fear talking? Because in reality, I have so much to be grateful for. Number two, some people really resist, some people love it. And I just want to lean into the idea that waking up earlier and going to bed perhaps earlier is a beautiful way to transform your life, to feel more abundant on a daily basis. Because one of the things that I really take a lot of joy from is that I wake up early, 4 a.m. on average, 4:30, and I'm automatically being given extra time to engage in meditation, personal reflection, contemplation, gratitude practice. Like all of a sudden, I have this extra time that I can be with my mindfulness practice. When I'm done with that, then I can go on to having a nice cup of tea, to writing, to coming up with my greatest ideas when I'm fresh in the morning, to planning out the day and setting intention for what I really want, rather than waking up late and then automatically popping into that. Oh, I've got to get up. I've got to do these things really fast. I've got to rush into the activities of the day so that I don't feel behind. I feel like when we wake up early, we have a lot more time in our day to be very intentional and very powerful with our thoughts, our actions, and our feelings in our body, too. Number three has to be the mindset of accepting exactly where you are right now, acknowledging and accepting your current situation without resistance, without beating yourself up, without creating a guilt trip, giving yourself a hard time, but just saying, this is where I am. This is where I want to go. Accepting the fact that this is what it looks like. I don't have as much money as I want. I'm not making as much money as I want. I'm not having as much traction in my business as I want. Like my relationships aren't where I want them to be. Like being honest with yourself, accepting where you are, because this acceptance is the first step to positive change. Number four, identifying your mindset. If you aren't conscious of what's happening in your thoughts, then it's really tough to change them. It's reflecting on what's causing scarcity thoughts to come up for you. Like you got to notice things. You've got to identify, where is your mindset at right now? And is your mindset based on real limitations or just fears that are coming to mind? Like, is there something that immediately needs to happen and that would make you feel better? Like, all of this is going to come out when you're identifying what is your mindset right now. I could look at myself and say, right now, I have an abundance mindset. And yet, a week ago, when this thing was happening, I definitely had a scarcity mindset. Like, acknowledge where you are and identify your mindset. Number 5, lean on your resources. Surround yourself with people who have an abundance mindset. That's going to help. If you surround yourself with people who have a scarcity mindset, who are always talking about how you don't have enough to do the things that you want, that there's not enough time, that there's not enough opportunity, that you can't change the things that you really want to change. If you have people in your life who are acting that way, I'm going to tell you that they're not good resources to lean on. So you might have to create some new resources. You might have to watch some really positive people on YouTube who talk about what you can do versus what you can't do. And make friendships with people who think out of the box, who are always trying to find solutions to their problems, who are actually living very successful, happy, abundant lives. Like, just because you talk about it doesn't actually mean it happens. So you want a mix of people that are actually bringing their dreams into reality, and learn from them and ask them questions and lean on those resources because their positivity is going to be contagious. 6, organize your time. I want you to understand how meaningful it is to automate all of the tasks that you can in your life when possible. Create routines for the simple things, whether that be deciding what you're going to wear today, have a very systematic process for that so you don't spend undue time. What processes do you have in place to eat the best food? What's in your refrigerator? How can it support you? How can it make you feel better? When are you going to bed? What are you going to do that hour before you go to bed so that you're not on electronics, which have been proven scientifically to decrease your ability to fall asleep and to have sound sleep? When are you going to meditate? When are you going to journal? When are you going to do the things that are really good for you? Make sure that those are all routine practices that you do every single day. The whole idea is to free up time and energy for the things that truly matter. So you have a plethora of opportunities to focus on what's going to help you move forward to create the life that you really want to live. 7th, I want you to make time for yourself. And if you follow the things, steps 1 through 6, my sense is that you're going to be able to carve out more time each week to relax, to refocus. This isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for maintaining an abundance mindset. It is exactly what you want to do. You want to make time for yourself if you want to get out of scarcity ways of thinking, refuse that scarcity mindset, then you're going to need to make some more time for yourself. So, the scarcity mindset, just remember this, it's a pattern of thinking that focuses on what you don't have, but you can change this pattern. You can start your day by reflecting on the positive things around you. Look back, notice how far you've come, appreciate your journey, celebrate your wins, and just always be thinking about the fact that you know what it means, or you know what you want to create to have a more abundant life. The more time you spend on thinking about that, the more likely it is to come into effect. So, appreciating yourself, having a ton of compassion for yourself, no matter where you're at, having compassion and appreciation for others is also really important. Don't forget to savor the goodness around you, to fill your space with beautiful things that make you feel good. Pay attention to what does it take to feel better, in your own skin, to feel better in your body, to sleep better at night. Like, all of those practices are important, eating well. And just always remember that this journey is about trusting yourself, and you're refusing to identify with scarcity anymore. So I hope that's helpful for you. It's a beautiful life when we know that we're evolving, that we're growing, that we're honoring our precious life and all that comes with it. So, bye for now. Please do leave a comment, share what's coming up for you. Let me know if I'm on the right track for helping you, if you found these suggestions a good reminder for how you can refuse to live in scarcity anymore. Bye for now.
Prosperity.